What am I going to see? I want to go staging.
Appeal. You know, the Parliamentary Elections Act is very clear. When the verdict is not in your favor and you are the sitting member of Parliament, you are at liberty to appeal against such a decision. And appealing is commenced with filing a notice of appeal within 7 days from the date of judgment. My lawyers, in my absentia, filed a notice of appeal on my instructions. And when you file a notice of appeal, it is mandatory to file a memorandum of appeal within 7 days from the date of filing a notice of appeal. We complied with that. We filed a memorandum of appeal consisting of over a dozen of grounds against the decision of Justice Namanya. Now, the law also provides to the effect that after filing a memorandum of appeal, you have 30 days within which to file a record of appeal. My lawyers requested for record of proceedings in the High Court of Uganda, which was issued. Now they are preparing a record of appeal, which will be filed within 30 days as guided by the law. So after filing that record of appeal, I believe court will be at liberty to fix the appeal for hearing. We shall appear before a panel of 3 judges of the Court of Appeal and urge our appeal. We believe that the court will be satisfied that that decision was against constitutionalism, the will of the people of Kawempe North. Indeed, that decision should not be part of our jurisprudence.
So, meaning you are here to stay?
I'm here. The law is very clear. Once you file an appeal, that will act as a stay of execution of the judgment of the High Court. I'm still here. You know, we had 2 options from which to choose, either to go for by-election or to go for an appeal. But after weighing, we realized that our supporters are nursing wounds which were occasioned against them by armed men under the command of NRM government. So it would not be reasonable on our part to take them back to by-election when they were still nursing those wounds. Secondly, we had uncertainty as regards when that by-election would be organized and held. You know, Electoral Commission will take its time. And you know very well that the law provides to the effect that If we are to have a by-election, it is mandatory that the time between when to hold a by-election must not be, when to hold a by-election at the general elections must not be less than 6 months. Now look at that. When are we having the general elections? And the courts have not pronounced themselves as regards to when the general elections are deemed to be held. Is it on the polling day in January as anticipated, or on the nomination day? When you count between now and January, do we have the 6 months? So it's a question. So I have told you, those are some of the grounds which informed our decision to choose an appeal as against a by-election.
Also, today we saw you confronting the other founder of SFC.
No, it was just simple. We were just talking as parliamentarians.
So when you happen to meet her, what do you share as parliamentarians? Because given that background,
that this country needs better services than what is provided by those in the UPDF. That we need protection as required by the Constitution. You know, our UPDF officers are those in the Uganda Police Force. They should accord us same treatment, whether we are on opposition side or subscribing to NRM, whether we are commoners or leaders, whether we are led or the leaders, whether we are in the government or not. It is their role to observe, promote, uphold, and protect human rights, our rights. But they have no mandate to infringe on our rights. I always remind them when I meet them, but it's important always to greet them where applicable.
And the final for me, are you going back for another primary, or for you it is a sort of a democracy?
There is already, I've heard news that somebody is intending to contest against me in the party. But it's okay. It is part of our democracy. I have to express my interest. Indeed, I filed my papers with the Election Management Committee of my party. And I'm ready to go back into the same contestation. If it's fair, I believe, because I'm concluding a term which had already commenced with the Honorable Sejilinya. Although it's less than 12 months, but it's another term. It's one of 2021 to 2026. So 2026 to 2031, it will be another term of office. Let me go back and seek mandate of their party. And later I go to voters in Kawempe North constituency and seek their mandate. It's okay. I enjoy it. It's simple. When they choose otherwise, I go back to my chambers and do my work as a lawyer.
So you think you can afford even to lose a ticket?
If the decision is made not in my favor, who am I? And indeed, when I assume this position as a member of parliament, it's not a privilege, it is a responsibility. And I will be held accountable, not only to the citizens of Uganda, but also to my creator. I know it. When it is taken away from me, that is the will of the people, as long as it is through democracy and legal means.
With what you have gone through, what is your experience in the House?
You know, these are mere challenges. These challenges, they make us grow stronger. There is nowhere a goalkeeper can win an award in a tournament when that goalkeeper was not challenged with those hard kicks from the opponent. Let it be. If they choose it, those adversaries of ours, let it be. We shall overcome that.
That's good.
I'm not worried at all.
Has it made you strong?
I'm stronger than I was before.
Thank you so much.